Hey everyone, it is Jay Soloff with Investors Alley, and this is our trade of the week. So I'm here in Market Chameleon looking at the unusual options volume, and I sort it by volume to see what is going on in terms of sort of the biggest names. Now lately most of these names have been ETFs on stocks and that sort of thing. But as volatility in the market has calmed down, people have started to focus on individual stocks, particularly ones that have had earnings recently. You can see here things like Beyond Meat and Uber, which have had earnings the last couple of days. Now, some of these have earnings coming up next week, like Cisco. So a lot of action either immediately after earnings or right before earnings. But one I actually want to look at here is actually Slack Technologies or Work, which already had earnings back in March, but you can see a lot of activity. Particularly, it looks to be bullish activity with a vast amount of trades are on the call side, 88% to 12. So I thought that might be interesting to look at. Now, if you're not familiar, Slack or Work is a work communication tool. You can use it for chatting to individuals, to groups, sharing videos, documents. It's really sort of the ideal work product if you're working from home, which has been obviously the case during this pandemic. So you can see why this stock may look attractive to people because it's probably gaining a whole lot of business as people are working from home. I think the move in Dropbox today, which is a sort of a file sharing service, maybe gave people the idea that other work from home type tools were going to be very lucrative sort of investments moving forward as people are mostly working from home. So let's see if the trades in Slack sort of bear that out. Again, I like to sort it by quantity to see what where most of the action was happening. And it looks like this one right here, May 29th, so about 21 days to expiration, and someone bought a pretty big purchase and looks to be opening because there's only 330 open interest there, buying the 35 calls with the stock around 31 for 95 cents. So this looks to be a pure bullish bet that the stock is going to go up over the next 3 weeks. There's a couple more here at the same strike. 500 lots, so possibly the same person buying it at different times, a couple thousand contracts traded. So that is almost certainly a very bullish bet on work continuing to do well. So looking at that, and you can see where maybe this has caught some attention of traders. It jumped up to 30 on a big day, and then today as we're talking about this, it's up about 4% and it's sort of, clearly broken through here this range it's been in. So maybe people are looking at it to go to 35 and taking a higher and betting that the work from home situation is going to continue to pay out for these companies in the space. Here's the trade, 21 days here, as I mentioned, and you can see over 3,000 contracts traded. At least 2 of those 1,000 are probably from the same person. Closed down a little bit from where they purchased it for mostly for 95 cents. It's about 80, 85. So that's the sort of thing you could do yourself easily. Just purchase the call for 85. You could spend a little bit more and go closer to the money. You could do like a call spread, buy the 35, sell the 40, maybe spend 60 cents for it. If you think it's going to take more time, you could go out to, let's say, June and buy the 35 strike. That'll cost you about $2 instead of $1, 85 cents. So you're paying up for closeness to the money, you're paying up for time. But this particular trade was done again with 3 weeks to go and a little bit out of the money here at the 35 strike. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But definitely looks like a bullish sign, not only on work but also on the sort of stay at home, work from home environment in general. So I talk about this stuff quite a bit, different things going on in the market, different trends and strategies to trade those trends in my Coffee and Condors biweekly chat. if you want to check it out, go to coffeeandcondorsvideo.com, all one word, coffeeandcondorsvideo.com, to get more information on it and see how we do this sort of thing, and check it out and see what you think.